The views and opinions expressed on the Hemp Boca Show are those of the guests and audience, and not those of the hosts, this station, media platforms, or its management. The Hemp Boca Show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Any information related to CBD products provided during the show is not intended to treat, diagnose, and/or claim any cure of the disease or any medical condition. Before using CBD products, Chris and Jean recommend advice from a medical professional. Keep all CBD products away from children. Women who are breastfeeding, pregnant, or trying should not take CBD or hemp products unless recommended by your medical professional. Hemp-focused products are not medicine and not required to have a medical card or prescription. They do not diagnose, cure, or prevent illness or disease. You must be 18 years or older to purchase products from Hemp Boca.
Or sponsors.
Welcome to the Hemp Boca Show with Gene and Chris, broadcasting live from Boca Raton, Florida, where we bring awareness and educate the community about hemp, CBD, cannabidiol, and health and wellness. If you'd like to be a part of the show, call 888-565-1470 or send us an email at awareness@hempboca.com.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the Hemp Boca Show. It's Gene and Chris.
Hi, everyone.
We're on. All right.
Welcome
Welcome to the Hemp Boca Show. We are broadcasting live from Delray Beach, Florida. Nice and sunny out there. Sorry for the Northerners. I know you're still dealing with some cold weather, but we're all Northerners
we're
here.
so sorry.
But we're
in the sunny, beautiful Florida, Delray Beach, the heart of Delray Gallery. It's gorgeous here.
Gorgeous here. And anybody's around the area, you're more than welcome. We have room for some chairs so you can watch. We have an open door policy here. Come down to 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach at the Art Gallery of Delray. So it's been a while since we resumed our show, and so welcome back, I guess, right?
Yes. Well, we've been fortunate enough to join in with Freddie and Dawn at the Brooklyn Cafe show.
Yes.
So thank you guys for having us for that one long month.
Yeah, no, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We've Gene and I, since we started Hemp Boca, we've actually come a long way, and we want to do a shout out and thank you to Freddie and Dawn, AmpTube TV, to give us the opportunity to have to move our show to this studio, and we have a lot of great things coming our way, and so we're very blessed. This show is about really bringing awareness to you as a consumer, about CBD. The different, we'll touch on some news articles. There's a couple of things we don't want to get too much involved in. Is anything about politics or religion, but we're going to keep it fun, educational,
light.
Light. Yeah, we want people to call in. Right? Any questions? And, any concerns?
Absolutely. Anything that you want to know about the industry, the cannabis industry. Mm-hmm. I mean, if we don't have the answers, we'll definitely find out for you, because we do not know everything.
Right.
We don't.
Right. And we also want people that are on the other side of this spectrum that don't believe or agree with
Absolutely,
CBD.
yes.
We want to hear their side.
Absolutely.
So we can have a great conversation and a debate. I love debates.
Oh,
so it's all good.
we
whether
love
wrong
debate.
or right. But you want to call in, it's 888-9...
944995.
I can't even see. Yeah, see? That's what happens when you're live.
That's
Anything
okay.
goes.
I can see from here. I'll take over the numbers.
Good. Take over the numbers.
So
yeah,
interesting.
so let's touch on
Actually, we were just here with Don and Freddie. They had their show early from 12 to 2. We had the gallery. And who was in the house?
I know. So
oh my gosh.
To meet
Muhammad Ali's daughter.
Yeah. That's
wow. Isn't she wonderful?
She's wonderful lady.
Wow. Wife. My apologies.
Wow.
Sally, Mama Ali.
Mama
she's
Ali.
She's gonna
beautiful
hear
woman. Yeah,
she
she's
is
so
beautiful.
gracious. She came right over and just started giving hugs to everybody and just so thankful.
Yes,
and
and she's like wanting pictures with us, and I'm like, oh, thank you. Like she's like, call me.
She asked if I was single.
There you go, Chris. I'm
going on a date with Mama Ali.
Come on. on. She's like,
God.
no, she says that she lives close. And she's like, tomorrow.
I know. He's like, you better call me tomorrow. Okay, Mama, she's gonna punch me out, right? I better be good. No,
Yeah.
but
No,
you know,
it's exciting stuff.
all kidding aside, CBD industry or the cannabis industry is very controversial, right? There
Yes.
is a lot of stigma, a lot of misinformation. You know,
Right.
we really work hard in our research to bring to all of them, right?
Absolutely.
And so, what are you going to be
There
touching
is-
on today?
Well,
and
you know,
what
I've been reading, you know, there's a publication app, online app, a mobile app, I'm sorry. It's called Medium. And there's so much articles, it hits every industry, but we're, you know, concerned of the health and wellness and the cannabis industry. So I came across this article. Let's see. This was published in CBD Origin. It's written by Aaron Candina back in January. You know, it's touching base. I think we touched base on this last week about the 10. Well, he's saying the 10, but there's probably much more of how to look for a good CBD company
what to
and what to look
consider,
for.
like, when you're out buying-
right, when you're out buying.
or even online too, right?
Exactly. And he was, you know, talking about there's like more is not always better in some cases, but that how can I buy CBD online safely? And how we kind of talked about our products, you know, the lab reports, make sure
Right.
that the products, that they have lab reports on their website or on their products. And as far as make sure that what's the ingredients in
Where it
there
came
is
from,
what it
right?
came from
Yeah.
is organic and you know, non-GMO, so forth. So you can, well, what else? That's what I'm going to be talking about. It's a little bit touching base because, you know, back and forth. I have another article that I want to touch base on also.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and every time we any information that we talk about on our show, we're going to post on our website as well. So in case of you're not able to listen to or watch our show for the full hour, any of the content that we have, we're going to post it up on our show within a day or so. From our show, post up on our website. And the website's www.hempboca.com. Where we have products there too, a lot of educational information. If you want to call in, 888, what is that?
888-994-4995.
Right.
I'm going to have this remembered by heart.
I know,
by,
right? You
By
got
the
it.
end of the show.
Well, I want to touch on again. We've done it a few times, but because we have a new time slot now, but I want to keep
Right.
talking about this, is about why or can CBD get you high, versus THC, and also get into the endocannabinoid system, because
Right.
I think those things will help set the stage for anyone out there that's really thinking twice about taking CBD, or what is it really for, or am I going to get high or stoned, or am I going to get, whatever the case may be. that's out there.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, and that never gets old. You can talk about it because I still meet people on the street today that still thinks that you can get high on CBD. I'm like, no, you cannot.
Right.
Educate yourself,
Right.
research. Everything's online for you. But we have a couple guests here that will be joining us in a few minutes.
Yeah. And want to also touch on Hemp Boca. We've got to share. We have a lot that's gone on since a couple months ago, when we put the show on hold for a little bit because of all that was we've been working on. I want to also touch on that as well.
Yes.
So, but we have Nick and
So Nick
Angela.
Gullo and Angela Page. Thank you for being here. Welcome.
Hi.
Misperception of just being an audience, right?
Yeah.
Kind of just dragged you on here on the spot. Well, welcome for being here.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much for having me.
No,
Great to be
Pleasure
here with
to
Hemp
meet you
Boca.
guys and see what you're doing. It's amazing. Thanks. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's an honor to be here. Thanks.
You're welcome. So we'll start with you, Nick. You're familiar with
Tell us
CBD?
about- yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So what is your personal experience on taking CBD, if you have, or and what do you think about CBD versus the opioids and the prescription drugs that are out there? What what we're trying to accomplish in the
Right.
industry, right?
But before you go into that, I'm sorry. I do this a lot. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself, who you are.
Yeah, so it was
Little
going to lead
background.
into that. So my background is I went to Catholic school, start there, right? All boys school, so very structured. Joined the military out of high school, and then I became a police officer after that. And so very regimented. I guess it was what I needed. So, you talk about opioids and all these things, and growing up, so I know some of my friends died early because of these, these addictions that they had with these,
Right.
painkillers and pills
Right,
and everything like
right.
that. And, marijuana was being passed around at times. I really never got involved because of the structure that I had and, the drug tests and all that. And it just wasn't something that, I just didn't get into it at the time. With that said, moving forward, I don't want to take it away. Is it okay if I get into a little bit of a story? I talk a lot, so just cut me
No,
off when you're ready.
we're going to cut you off if
Yeah.
you're talking too much. But no, go ahead.
Yeah, so
Give the floor.
getting into
Yeah.
it. So, as a police officer, I was making some arrests for drugs, and I realized I'm like, what's going on? This is like ridiculous. They're on the street again. Plus, they're not criminals, They're people that have issues and things like that. So the system just doesn't work, It just does not work, and I know that, and it's a little upsetting. But that's just the way life is, right? So moving forward, I had to do what I had to do, and I did my job, and just try to help people was what it came down to, and that's where it's at, and that's what you guys are doing, which
Right.
is awesome,
Yes,
So,
that's what we have
I could see
in
that.
common.
Yeah,
right.
just
We
met
have
you
kind of
guys, right?
passion.
And I could see that you're really, truly how you feel about this, and so nature is amazing, Like I actually found a doctor. I don't even take aspirin, so I found a doctor down here, and he was talking about adaptogens because I was telling him I had problems sleeping, and he said, "Do you take anything?" And I said, "Yes, I take CBD oil at night. Helps me to mellow
Right.
out and sleep better." And he was like all about it. He's a DO doctor, and natural. And so he gave me all these things on adaptogens, and I'm just like, wow. So this is what this is. It's just like nature. This is from the earth, And you talked about cannabinoids, right, earlier. And I don't know so much about it, but what I do know is that we have them in our bodies,
Right. I'm going to touch on that.
Yeah. I'm
So,
sure you'll get
yeah.
more into it. So anyway, it's a natural system, and it really works. So people that take it, I know from my own experience, I was having back issues, inflammation. I was having some stomach digestive issues and things like that. And when I started taking it, it really just helped me.
Yeah.
It just relaxed me. Which is good for digestion, right? Fight or flight kind of
That's
chill.
great. That's great.
Yeah, it just chilled me out, and the inflammation went away from my back. I mean, I had a really bad back problem, and
Right.
I believe this truly helped because I didn't take anything else.
Yeah.
Well,
definitely-
that's yeah.
Yeah, the inflammation is one of the top symptoms that we're taking care of. We,
Right.
among other things like fibromyalgia and arthritis. So, we're helping a lot. But we get a lot of feedback as far as the chronic pain, the typical muscle pain, the lower back ache, swelling, things like that. You hear that there's most of the most popular reasons why people are taking CBD products. And what about you, Angela? What is your experience, or what do you know as far as CBD?
Yes, I'll just start. I won't go through such a long history. too many decades
Went way
to go back to your childhood. I will start though at young adulthood, where at New Year's Eve, it was New Year's Eve. I was all dressed up, formal occasion, and the floor was wet, and I fell off the bar stool and injured the left side of my back.
Oh wow.
And for years, chiropractors, massage, and all this. And finally, I got up the nerve to do acupuncture. And recently, about a month ago, I was there. She was cupping the back and doing the needles and the whole 9 yards. And she says, "You know what you really need is CBD oil and to take the gummies, because I'm prescribing it to all my patients now."
What
For
milligrams are you
inflammations.
taking?
The same dose as your products. Yes.
The 25 milligrams
25
each?
milligrams, right, exactly. And the oil as well. So that was my journey to discovering CBD.
So, do you mind telling the audience a little bit about
Yes,
yourself?
I am a writer and producer of content for the web and short films, and formerly actually worked for Microsoft and Honeywell as a collector of bills. So I traveled the world, and of course those long-haul airline flights did nothing special for my back, as you can imagine. So this came at a very opportune time, and I would highly recommend Hemp Boca's products. High
Thank you.
quality and
Thank you.
And very creative.
Thank you
Congrats,
very
guys.
much.
Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you both being here with us today on our first show. I see Christopher turning red.
Turning red. 'Cause
It's unexpected.
I'm turning red, people, because I've got 4 bright levels. One bright
And also
here.
you have a velvet jacket.
And
And a red
it's
shirt on.
right
And a red shirt on.
my face. So I should have brought some tanning. I don't know if that would work.
So maybe you need a nice
Yeah, right.
gummy and a bath bomb and some tinctures right now.
Yeah. So yeah, we want to get on. Listen, if you go to hempoka.com, we have incredible gummies. This is, I will say, we pride ourselves in the products that we have. We believe that we carry one of the most high quality, purest products that you'll find. Just 25 milligrams each of our gummies. We are running a special. It's 5-pack, really $21.99. They're $12. You can go to hempoka.com. And it's all set up there. Just purchase away. And we also have tinctures. We have bath bombs as well. Another top product of us that's selling very well. And we got a new line, no THC line coming out.
Yes,
So we're
indeed.
very proud of
indeed.
that.
I'm very excited that we're now we're still in the packaging phase.
Yeah, probably
Branding.
by the end of this month.
I'm hoping because I'm calling them every day.
Yeah. No. So yeah, we're coming out with a new line called Balance Sport. It is now a no THC line or up to 0.01%. And the reason why we decided to come out with this line is to really focus on additional demographics, which is those that are in public services.
Correct.
Right,
That
military,
gets tested, right.
or random drug
regularly.
tests on
Right.
jobs that are out there, or the people with the
Athletes.
stigma again. This is not sure, but they want to try the products, but they want to stem away for those that they have the THC. in it.
Right.
So we're looking forward to launching them. But yeah, so want to get into a few more of the reasons of what to look for.
Absolutely.
Purchasing CBD.
Yes. I've been reading so many articles just in the past few days. In this app, Medium, there's articles on, from health, from electronics, aliens, to cannabis, to
All different
nature, so forth, all different types. And I find it interesting about what companies, because they're touching on companies that have harmful chemicals in CBD oil. Because CBD oil, you're supposed to trust the name CBD because everyone's, praising it. Now you're finding companies that are putting these harmful chemicals with these oils, and consumers do not know anything unless they do their due diligence. And I urge you, please do your due diligence before purchasing a CBD product, because there's thousands of companies out there that we don't know how transparent and what integrity they have in putting stuff in their
Right.
product.
I think the best thing to do is when you're in a store and you're about to purchase a product, don't be so impulsive in purchasing it. Just Google the name, the ingredients or products, and find out what each ingredient can actively do for you. It's unfortunate, to Gene's point, that there are companies out there that are mislabeling. Just so you see the 3 letters CBD, it doesn't mean that you're going to be buying a product that's pure CBD. Please do your background on the company themselves that are making the product or distributing the product. It's very important. There was a company 2 weeks ago. They didn't disclose the name or what they found in their products, but there was a company on the NASDAQ. I haven't been around very long that was just found to be selling products that say CBD on it with deadly chemicals in it. And
No good.
no, it's no good at all. We read that stuff, but we shy. We're not so focused on it. We're focused on Hemp Boca because we are very transparent. We take
pride in what we
took
do
our
in our-
time
right.
in creating Hemp Boca and the products. We want the consumers to know when you're purchasing our products, you have peace of mind. The lab reports. You mentioned lab reports earlier.
It's
Gene,
on, right.
We have
all
it
products.
on. We have the
Right
QR
there.
code on all our products.
Oh, you just scan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just scan.
and the reports
This
are right on there.
this is not even a regulation yet. We know it's coming. You know, and,
Right.
and we're very blessed to have the connections we have to know what's coming in, with the regulations, and we're able to implement this way before. You know, we don't just wait for it to come into law or mandatory. We put it all in, because we want the
Transparent.
Yeah, because we care about the customer. You know, they're taking this, they're putting this inside their bodies. You know, we want we want to have them to have peace of mind when they can pull a report, they can see what's in there, what's in this product themselves. So.
Right, that's another thing you touched base on, the report. It's important to know how to read a report also, and the lab that it's being tested in. Because on the article, I really, thought about this, but it did make sense that the lab itself, you don't know what type of labs they are, how credible they are. So if they have the ISO, it's short for, sorry.
Well, it's not. No, it's okay. The thing about the lab report, the labs, the customers
It has to be certified, right?
Right. The customers, when they pull the lab reports, should get familiar not only with the company that sells that,
Correct,
but
correct.
but where the products are tested. Right. Acronyms.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of acronyms we can all learn about. But the thing is that you want to be sure that it's tested through a third-party lab as
got
well,
it.
not something that's within the same company manufacturer. So,
Yes, it says the way to identify a good that the labs are credible is if they have the ISO, that stands for International Organization for Standardization. I'm sorry, ISO. So when they have that logo here, ISO,
Yeah.
so you know that they're credible labs.
they probably won't see it on because of your
Yeah,
glare
it's-
screen.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
but yeah, so
Well-
it's. You can see it. No.
You see it?
I got a question.
Yes.
Question away.
People buy CBD based on price.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody looks for codes. I don't think anybody looks for sheets. I think that they look for price.
Yes.
So can you talk a
That's-
little bit about
yes.
how you can buy CBD real cheaply and sometimes you get what you're buying?
I was getting, yeah.
Yeah. So we've
Thank you, Freddie.
Gina and I have we go out there quite often to meet with business owners, go into stores, and we've come across. I'll never forget. We were in Bal Harbor, and we came across a little convenience store that had $7.99 CBD bottles. $8.
That was surprisingly.
So
Surprise.
we know what the store's price point is, meaning the wholesale price, right? Which is usually 100%, right? 80 to 100% difference. So now you're talking about a bottle that they may have purchased for about $2 or $3. So that because we do the research all the time and we can appreciate what we see, then we question, okay, that is probably nothing but water. Would it just a couple things here and there, or the ingredients? We couldn't even read the ingredients. We even pulled the bottle, Freddie. We could not even read the ingredients that are on there. It just leads us to believe that it's synthetic. That'll be my first guess. Products from overseas. And during that same day, we were at another store, and this young gentleman that we were talking to about putting up products in the store was talking about the owner purchasing a couple CBD products that they know that the person's making at home.
Jeez.
And this is what's going on. And we're just like, well, obviously,
Well,
we're not.
there's no regulations, so.
Well, but there's no regulations. But so then it gets to price, because we're trying to figure out why is this so low. We know, it's just that, but the consumer needs to understand that it's not, it's not about getting what you pay for. I mean, this is something you want to put inside your body and to be healthy from. Well, and those are the things I would question, Freddie.
So
about
made in
price.
the USA mark may not necessarily be
You can
Correct.
the case, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you can
correct.
buy
I mean,
everything overseas and make it in the USA
Correct.
and still put made in the
Right.
USA.
Yeah. I mean, what you guys are doing is awesome, because you're already putting out the so it's not regulated, right? But you're already being transparent about your
Transparent,
product
correct.
in general.
So you're
Absolutely.
auto-regulating.
Yeah.
You're self-regulating.
Which is good because
Absolutely.
you know it's coming in. That's
Absolutely.
smart. You know, you also have different consumers. You know, there's it's like comparing apples and oranges, right? You have people that go to Whole Foods, and then you have people that go to I don't know.
Walgreens.
Yeah,
Or Publix
whatever,
or
right?
Publix,
Yeah,
yeah.
Publix. So, yeah, and Publix is good, but whatever. But you know, you have people that read labels and things, and I know that your product, like you have all labels out there. Organic is important, and I think that it is shifting. I think people are very aware of what they're putting into their bodies, and especially a product like this. You know, those companies are like fly by night. You know, like this is a really solid
Absolutely.
product that you have. You know,
Right.
people are going to know that. You know, like
Yeah,
people
we're
are going
here
to
to
see it. It's going to
stay.
stand out. Yeah, it's going to
Absolutely.
stand out.
We're here to stay.
sure.
We're here for the long haul.
What were you going to say, Freddie?
It's funny because I've been using your product now for about a month. And I'm using it with other things that I'm doing for my diabetes and my neuropathy. And I took a picture of my sugar this morning. And this has been going on for a week. And I was waiting until I saw you to tell you. My sugar was 99 a day ago. It was 112 today. And you're talking to a guy who 2 years ago was at 269 with an 11.2 and told I wasn't leaving the hospital. Okay?
Wow.
So, it is serious about what you're putting in your body. And don't
Absolutely.
go thinking cheaper is better.
Absolutely.
There are things that they're putting in CBD that you can be highly allergic to that can hurt
Very
you.
true.
But this in combination with other things, and you're working with Tony and the man and some of the other things we're doing, I am just floored as to where I came and where I am today. Your product actually tastes good compared to a lot of other CBDs I've tried.
Thank you. We hear that a lot.
I
We
mean,
hear
it
that a
actually
lot.
doesn't have
Yes.
the earthly, sandy, dirt type of taste.
Right.
Wow.
And it works.
Yeah, we appreciate that coming from you too.
I mean,
it's,
I'm living proof that it works.
Yeah.
And I will
Right.
show you my readings. And it's been this way for the last 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on, but it just
Well,
clicked in.
We have stevia and MCT fractionated coconut oil in our Hemp Oka line. Okay, stevia hits really home with the blood sugar, the blood pressure, and diabetes.
Right.
You know, there's a long list of benefits for the coconut. You're having coconut oil. The reason why there's coconut oil in ours, one of the main reasons, is because it helps absorb the CBD in your body a lot longer. It's a thicker oil. It carries. That's why it's called a carrier oil, right? It carries it throughout your
For
body.
your system. Right.
You know, but that's great, Freddie.
Thank you. We appreciate that. That's-
so much. This is what we work hard for.
Yeah, just one of many people that we help. And it's, you know, we're not surprised because we take it ourselves. And I'm blown by how it helped me as far as, because I take the 600 milligrams also. And I take it every day. I'm very healthy. I don't have any health issues. I take it for it. Sometimes I've had toothaches twice already. I've taken it. Only took 2 days and it's gone. I mean, no pain or anything. And then with a hangover,
Very important. Yeah.
Just you want
With my
you want to just let everyone know you're a social drinker.
yes, I
You're
am.
not.
So, but no, because you get such a nauseous feeling and the headaches and the migraines and you feel awful all day. The first time I experienced it with the CBD, I think it was like probably 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. I felt horrible. And then, and I was like, gosh, I need to get out the house. I can't be sitting here or sleeping all day. So I said, you know what, let me try the CBD. So I took like, I think half a syringe, it's 0.5 milliliters, because the whole syringe is 1 milliliter. And as I was just saying, because I wasn't expecting any result from it. But after, I think it was less than 10 minutes, it was gone. My head, my stomach, my nausea, everything was gone. I felt normal. And this is no lie, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
does it get
This
into the
is-
bloodstream faster with the tincture than the gummies?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It does.
Because when you take it sublingually, you know, you
It goes
you
in
put
the
on your
bloodstream. It goes
tongue,
in the
right,
bloodstream,
right.
right.
You let it sit
Yeah.
there for about 30 seconds or so, and then consume the rest. Right.
And just let it glide through your glands.
That's great to hear that you had that experience. You know, like
Yes.
not only are you like have a company, but you know how it feels.
Absolutely,
Right? That it changes
absolutely.
you.
Oh yeah, we use our
pretty
products
amazing.
every day. I mean,
Right.
it helps with myself with anxiety,
Yeah.
stress,
Right.
sleep,
Yeah.
things like that. But
Sure.
Maybe you should have one now.
let's have a gummy party. You know, so
Yeah, right?
it's amazing, like how people have like the stigma around it, right? You had mentioned that in the opening,
Right.
Right? The people have the stigma, like, oh, am I going to get high,
So,
right?
yeah.
Is there
Yes.
some kind of something in it that's going
Right.
to trigger? And you know,
So-
so it's scary, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we're going to talk about that more when we come back. Yes, we're going to take a little break, and we'll come back. This is the Hemp Boca Show with Gene and Chris. Thank you.
Awesome.
Expressed or implied. Each cruise planner. Experian Travel, a subsidiary of Cruise Planners Travel Advisor, is merely a selling agency and makes no warranty expressed or implied. Each Cruise Planners is individually owned and operated. Experian Travels and Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and a very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. Our travel advisors will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. We specialize in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation just for you. The material presented in this commercial is provided for informational purposes only and is based upon information that is considered to be reliable. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Securities or other financial instruments mentioned in this material are not suitable for all investors. Any opinions expressed herein are given in good faith, are subject to change without notice, and are only intended at the moment of their issue as conditions quickly change. Phil, a regular guest on Bloomberg Canada's Money Talk, with a recent public platform average over 100% annual gain, said, "Don't gamble with your investments, be the house, not the gambler." At philstockworld.com, a top stock market investment site in the U.S. and ranked most influential stock market professional with almost 500,000 Twitter followers. Visit www.philstockworld.com for more information.
Welcome back to the Hemp Boca Show, live in Delray Beach, Florida. Thank you for joining us. And
Thank you, and welcome back.
you were just, for those that are just
Yes.
joining us, you were just touching on some of the things to look for in purchasing CBD products.
Yes.
But,
Well, going back to the harmful chemicals that's being put in CBD oils,
Yeah.
and then the mislabeling is huge, because that's why everyone's, the stigma. Everyone says that they're organic, 100%, made in the USA.
Right, full spectrum
No
versus
GMOs.
broad spectrum,
Correct.
which we'll touch on another
Right.
show and stuff. But did you know that laboratories, there are labs out there that are making synthetic CBD that are 400 to 600 times
Stronger than the natural
than the
CBD.
natural, and they're getting away with doing this because it's profitable, right?
Absolutely.
It's more profitable instead of encouraging to stick with all natural products and things like that. But I think what's going to happen is we're going to have more stringent regulations where you're not going to be able to get ingredients of anything from overseas. And it does play a big role in a lot of the companies out there. That's why they're able to sell it such a lower price.
Right,
but
and then
that's one of
as
the reasons.
Freddie was touching back on the prices. There's lower price, high price, and then everything in between.
Yeah.
Consumers, they don't know. I guess they can ask the store clerk about the CBD. I mean, how much knowledge can you get unless we don't know. So everywhere you go, we don't know how much knowledge or their certification as far as talking about CBD and educating consumers about CBD. So this is why we created the Hemp Boca Show, just to bring awareness and education, just to, and we want people to call in to ask questions or write in, and so we can answer, because we want to interact with the audience. We want to bring in guests that can chime in on their experiences with CBD also. So yeah, if you want to call in or write in, 888-994-4995, or the Hemp Boca Show at hempboca.com.
Yeah. And Nick, you mentioned a couple of things earlier that involve like between CBD and THC, and why does it affect? Not many people realize that we have what's called an endocannabinoid system in our bodies that actually produces our own CBD or an anodyne. And the reason why sometimes we wake up in the morning and we feel off balance is because of your endocannabinoid system. So when someone takes a CBD product, what you're doing is it's like a supplement, right? You're filling that void that you have. And when you
Correct.
take the product, and that's kind of where you start feeling your balance. It's not an addiction, right? You cannot get addicted to that. Well, I'll just speak with hemp oka products. Hemp oka products. What you're feeling, what entices you to stay on our products is the relief. It's not that, it's not like taking opioids or some sort of drugs or whatever that can create addictions. Where you just gotta have it.
Right.
It's nothing like that at all.
Right.
So when you have, like in our hemp oka line, we have the hemp plant. You have the hemp plant and the marijuana plant, right? So we focus on the hemp plant. So you have the hemp, the CBD and the THC, right? There's over 400 different compounds in this, in the plant itself. So CBD stands for cannabidiol, which is also a cannabinoid, right? When you have all of those parts together, where you're not isolating or taking anything away, it's called the entourage effect. The entourage effect is you're getting the utmost relief and effect from all the ingredients, and that's why we can speak to it's all natural and it's organic, because we're not putting stuff in there to lower the price to make up and then take other ingredients out.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Well, with the drug, the whole business with the costs going up astronomically, to have a product like this to relieve inflammation. And in fact, my cousin in New Jersey is epileptic, and it's helped her with the seizures. And so this type of breakthrough is critical now in this world that we live in this as country, I should say, where our pharmaceutical prices are astronomical, and having a solution like this at our fingertips at a reasonable price.
You remember we were at an event. We were at an event with Freddie and Dawn, and over at the iPick. And we were talking to a gentleman that has the medical card. It was taking the vape, and he was telling us he spends almost $85 on just one. And Freddie, I asked him how long it usually takes 3 to 4 days.
It's like, wow.
And we're like,
Wow.
and our product, you can spend, $60, $70, $80, whatever, depending on what you're buying, and it can last you a good month. And it's healthy, it's organic and natural, but they're selling vape marijuana pens. Well, for this particular example, you spend $85 and last them for 72 hours. Of course, it depends on how much you take.
Sure.
But that's one example.
It's a huge industry.
Well, what's happening is that people are taking the vapes. There are like different types of vapes you can take, and they're driving it around and going to work high. This is the problem they're facing, and because you now have a legal marijuana card, they can't say you're out of work because you have a legal card.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know somebody personally that is high all the time. And now it's legal for him.
You can
and
go to
he's
work.
He's going to end up killing himself or somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the vapes.
Right.
Or any legal marijuana.
Right.
Abuse.
Right. People who have the medical card and they're using these substance, not substance, but these marijuana pens or vapes. How do you regulate? If they're driving or if they're working on a machinery or taking care of a child at a nursery or care at a school, how can we gauge? Them going to
Watch
work
the bad
high.
driving down here, especially now during the season.
He's only been here
Gotta
6
go to
months, so.
vaping, right?
I mean, can you imagine somebody flying a plane? You're going to go to whatever, a country, California, and you're going to get on this plane, and this guy has a legalized marijuana card to fly
You
a
mean
plane.
The pilot? Oh,
The pilot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you're doing when you
Right.
do this, is responsibility and accountability. Can you imagine getting on a plane with a guy who's high because it's okay?
Right.
Right. And there's no testing, and they do.
You can't because he's legal.
Yeah, right. They used to breathalyze them before flights, but I guess not now, right?
I mean, I'm a big believer in like the individual. You know, you guys as individuals are doing an amazing thing, and then you're educating people on top of that, which is great, right? So, I mean, you got to be careful what we want, right? Because, like, you know, people are going to do what they're going to do, right? I mean, it's just regardless. You can't control that, but you could educate people like you
Absolutely.
are. So it's great. You have a product, and then you're backing it up with education, like on the show, you know, which is great because education is everything. I think, you know, people need to learn what's happening, and then how they're responsible, right? And then accountabilities and things like that. Got to be careful because the more we think about things, we're going to have like robots flying planes and all things like that. I'd rather not get on a plane with a robot. I mean, listen, if it's my destiny that the pilot's high and I go down in a crash, I mean, then
How
that's
about the robot
so
surgeon?
be it,
Did you hear
know?
about that? The robotic surgeon? And they made a mistake and removed something.
I heard yes,
Yeah.
yes, that did happen.
Robotic surgeon, a high robotic surgeon. Right?
Yeah.
Worst nightmare.
Yeah, so it comes down to the individual, and I think CBD also helps because it gets you into like a meditative type of state. It's not a high, you know.
No,
it gets
it's not.
you. It just relaxes you.
Well,
It's very subtle.
Well, CBD with a regulated amount of THC
Right.
does not get you high.
Right.
That is 0.3% or less.
Yeah. And the CBD itself is non-psychoactive, but
Is that your
Right.
balance
You know, so-
sport line?
Balanced Sport is,
Balanced Sport is-
0.01, so we declare
It's
that
like
no THC.
No THC.
Right.
Can I get a buff trainer to go with that package? when you have it?
Oh yes, of course.
Did you throw
We
that
have
into my
them.
head?
Absolutely.
A what trainer?
Absolutely. A buff trainer.
Hot trainer
Oh, who?
with the Balanced Sport line.
Yeah,
Okay.
It went right over his head.
I have a few of them.
He's like, what?
I'll get a few of them, and then you can choose.
That's good. Put the photos up, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
That's too funny.
you know, alcohol and marijuana that gets you psychoactive. You know that could be an issue, right? People driving planes and things,
Right,
flying
right.
planes, right? Not driving them. But you know, your product is like, you know, it's a very subtle, you know, just feeling, and it's just a relaxing, you know, like it gets into these cannabinoid system, right? Which I don't know that much about it, but I do know when I take the product, it just totally chills
But
me
it's good
out.
to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
It's
need
good
to know
to know.
more about that.
I mean, we're all
How it works
about
naturally.
the you know, you wake up and it's like, okay, oh, here's a prescription, go get the opioids or go get the oxycontins.
right.
But we're not sitting there thinking about what's in oxycontins. I'm just going to buy it
Right.
because my doctor told me to get it.
Right.
You know, so what we're trying to do here is like, wait a minute, you want to take CBD, learn about it,
Yeah.
learn, you know, understand that it's healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, depending on the product, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, I'm just speaking about hemp boca.
Right.
And then make your decision at the end of the day.
Yeah, right.
You
Has
know,
it entered the rehab community at all? You know that.
we're working on getting into, or actually, well, we are working on getting to addiction centers, but we're doing presentations, and we're in the middle of trying to schedule those.
Educating, yeah.
Yeah.
Educating,
Absolutely, yeah.
right? That's
really good.
important.
Yeah.
Probably some
Well, this-
testimonials from former addicts would really be helpful.
Right, right. Yeah, it's still, like I said,
Early
a
days.
lot of stigma
Yeah.
around that.
Yeah, right.
It's needs more time into that.
But there's some interest in us to do presentations at the addiction centers.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
Sure,
So-
that's terrific. Yeah.
For anyone that is interested in our products and education, we have a lot of education on our website. So go to hempboca.com and just read. There's so much so much research that we've done, you know, Chris and I, and we've done extensive. And what we have here, this products here, these are amazing products that does work. And all you have is organic, natural products in here. There's no chemicals, no harmful, you know, oils or anything.
The bath bombs.
The bath bombs
That's a
are
big seller.
amazing.
Super
Yeah.
cool.
Amazing. Freddie,
100
you
milligrams.
can attest to that.
100 milligrams of CBD.
Yes.
Eucalyptus and lavender. And of course, we have the tinctures, and then we
our
have
piggies.
the piggy gummies.
Piggies.
But,
Now, I
Yes.
wanted to ask, there are people writing in, do you have people in rehab? Because it has 0.03 THC or less.
Yes.
Depends on the mixture, right?
0.3.
0.3.
0.3.
People in rehab, is this going to be allowable for them to take the edge off and make them feel more relaxed, as you were saying? Is it okay to use? Or when you are in rehab, you use the 12 steps or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you don't use anything. So I'm getting feedback as to how do you compensate that difference?
Well, the number one concern with those that are in rehabs or have addictions is this going to be something that they can get addicted to when they don't want, right?
Right.
Because they're not familiar with the product.
Right.
So what we're wanting to do is talk about that. Listen, hemp Oca's products do not exceed 0.3%, which is the threshold. And if we know that you can't have an addiction on our products, and especially the no THC line as well. But in order for us to kind of move forward with that, and we know we have a couple people that are interested in trying the products to have some sort of data or what have you. But I think the challenging part that we're going to have is to really convince the person who is already addicted to something is the reason why they're there. That this is when you put aside your prescription drugs, try something natural, understand about THC, CBD, how it all works, the whole process, and that's what we want to do. We don't just want to say, okay, it's 0.3% or less. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Here's the product. No. We want to educate from the moment the plant's taken out of the ground through the process to bottling. That's what we want to do. We want them to have the full picture of how the product is made. Because I think when you have the full picture, Freddie, you'll have, like I said,
More
you'll have more understanding, more peace of mind that,
Right.
this is good. Nobody's going to sit there and tell you how Oxycontins are made. And if you read about how Oxycontins are made or opioids, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm putting this in my stomach, in my bodies. So, and I think that's what our best approach would be.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
great.
Probably getting to a
Caveat.
protocol. Eventually getting to the protocol in treatment centers would be the best route.
Right.
Get it recognized by the medical community.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it is getting recognized. I think it needs to be more education and more people who are more open to wanting to learn and and move forward with trying the products. I want to caveat back to what he was saying about the lady Karen that was here that one time that we were talking, that Faith was here with us that one time. As she was saying, I remember thinking about what she said about the psychological part of it, of the addiction. Addiction is an addiction. Addiction doesn't matter. You're addicted to coffee, cigarettes, or whatever, legal or illegal. It's the mindset of the person who's addicted. This isn't this. It's better for them to be addicted to this than to the narcotics or opioids, what have you. I think she has never tried CBD, so she was saying that she was open to try it, but to get the rest of where she, I guess it's a center where she has a center, addiction center, to have an educational program about CBD in there. So move from one addiction to a healthier addiction. I think that's probably more of a better arena for them. So it's probably right now it's a hurdle for us to get them to actually have us to go do presentations because there's still probably the stigma around that of moving from one addiction to the next and knowing about CBD, the pros and cons about it.
Well, I think when you say addiction, it's not addicting to the product. It's addiction to
the feeling, right?
It's the relief. We have to make sure we clarify that. You
Right.
can't get addicted to our products. What you can get, not so much an addiction. It's just the fact that oh my God, I feel great, and I'm not putting
Right.
these harmful chemicals in my body. I want to try it. I want it again.
Absolutely. That
that's
addiction is it's a healthy addiction.
yeah. So
Good feel addiction.
I don't think this works on the I don't think this gives you a dopamine hit. I think addiction is tied to like a dopamine. I don't know. I'm not an expert on addiction, but I think it's attached to like a dopamine type of thing where you're getting that hit, right? So Facebook can be addicting. People are scrolling all day long, right?
It's a different type of addiction.
People are addicted to something everywhere. You know, like you see
Absolutely.
these people running all day, you
Right.
know, like running miles and miles. You know, it's an addiction. You know,
Right.
So it's because they're getting
I'm
the
a
end.
shopping addict.
What's that?
Shopping addict.
Shopping
That's
addict.
how-
Yeah,
There you go.
You're getting that
Right.
hit. You're getting the endorphins.
That's it.
You're getting the
Maybe I
feeling.
should have a gummy before I go
Yeah.
shopping.
If anything,
And I
if
keep
anything,
my
There you
credit
go.
cards in my wallet.
That's great. If anything, I think this takes me away from that feeling. You know, like for
Right.
me, I'm like, let me take a little drop, and I'll just,
Yeah.
you know,
And
get away
it's
from the
cheaper.
dopamine. Yeah.
And it's cheaper than going shopping.
Oh, absolutely.
right. There you go.
And you also have kids in college, right? And midterms, now
Yes.
finals are coming.
Right.
The
So
millennials.
what do they do?
Huge.
Millennials decide to take Red Bull, take all sorts of pills,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because they get pills from friends. So give me your pills to keep you going, and the next thing you know, they have an issue. How do you learn that way? How do you get high and stay awake and learn? I couldn't do it. Everyday life is stressful.
Right.
You know, the bath bombs, if you use those bath bombs, trust me, you're going to relax.
Yeah.
And I make a joke about it because I use
I always got to back it up with a disclaimer.
But I used
ahead,
it.
Freddie, I'm
Yes.
ready.
I used it one time, and I fell asleep in the tub.
Oh my God.
And
I'm
I
getting
said
that
you gotta
visual right
you gotta
now.
put a disclaimer. I almost drowned. But that's what happens.
Next time
Is
you need the
that
floater on the.
I put floaties out now. But that's what happens is that you are so relaxed, which is what it does. Not high. I didn't say high. I work
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm not gonna get high. I can't afford to get high. Just can't.
Right.
But talk about relaxing and putting your body at less stress. And stress is a big component of illness.
Right.
So if you want to get addicted to something, get addicted to being healthy.
Absolutely.
Okay? I mean, my sugar's down because this is part of my regimen now. It's reduced the stress out of my body. And I'm not being one of these guys in California saying, oh, I'm high all the time and I'm, a beachhead. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about actually being relaxed. And that's what this brings to the table. So it's a good thing to, try it. What do you got to lose? Try it and see if Faith Washington, she had that stiff neck for weeks. She was driving me insane. I saw her on Thursday. She's a brand new person.
Yeah.
And she said, right, Faith was using the product. She says, wow, I can't believe how this thing really helped me.
Yeah, she's already connecting us with a few people, and
Yeah.
we're just very thankful and
Right.
for-
Yes.
Amazing.
for that, right?
That is amazing.
How do you get
And it's,
Yeah. So of
just
course.
go on our website, hempboca.com. And if you want to call in, call 888-994-4995.
Right. And you can also call Hemp Boca at 561-330-5655. We'll answer any questions you have. And we hope that you'll, go to our website and at least just, read about it, learn about it. Of course, we want you to try out products. And
And you know what?
so-
To caveat back to where you're talking about the the college kids who are having finals and so forth, getting high. I've read about this. I just want to make sure I word it correctly. The issue was talking about college kids or young adults who are smoking marijuana and getting high on a regular basis. It does with the marijuana, the THC, it's such a high strain of it, it actually kills your brain cell. So as you get older and you're still smoking, so you're actually killing your brain cells. So your mind kind of becomes slower and not as sharp. And they're saying that when you take CBD with the smoking the marijuana, it kind of replenishes the cell, renews the cell, repairs it. So you can smoke it, and then you can take the CBD at the same time. So it kind of balances out each other.
These guys are counteractive.
Counteractive.
So,
It's
but the-
interesting.
But the millennials, the millennials and then the baby boomers are really the demographics that buy into
Absolutely.
the CBD products.
Absolutely.
Generation X, that's kind of where the struggle is, 35 to like 50, 51, right around there. So So we're hoping we have almost our audience in the Generation X because we want to.
Wait,
we want to bring.
have all sorts of aches and pains before they know it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but
I can't get this out of my head. I was listening to Joe's, and you were on there as a guest on the Guy Thing podcast, and he had they had Susan Mintz on there, Lena Mintz, and how she talks about the baby boomers. It's like, people are my age, they're having sex like they think that they can't be protected from HIV.
Yeah.
And I just thought, it's funny that they're just having.
and what? And where's that getting into?
Freddie's looking at me like, cut it.
Oh my gosh. No, you be. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, take it over, Chris.
No. This is all you now. This is what happens when you're live. You don't know what's going to come out of her mouth,
So you
people.
haven't read the last chapter
Of Jean's
of my book,
mouth.
my dating book for boomers?
No.
It addresses the exact issue, and the
Really?
last line is protection and not infection.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right. There's increasing evidences of STDs among seniors, believe it or not,
Yeah.
with the highest
than the
rate in
millennials,
the
yes.
villages.
The Villages is number one in the
is number
country.
one. And I've been there, and I know why, having been to the bars there at night. So.
Well, do me a favor. Don't tell anybody you've been there.
Well, I'm staying with Stevie D. I don't know. I'm going to stick with Hemp Oka.
It's like a big turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It went from the bed
Gene,
to
it's
bad.
Gene's fault.
Oh,
It's Gene's fault.
full of surprises.
It just came
It's a-
into
Gene's
my
full of
mind. and I
surprises
was like,
today for some reason.
Well, Freddie says, bring it, Gene.
For pointing it out, Gene.
Thank you for having us, Freddie.
Yeah.
No,
No, so I think
again, I want to caveat to our products. Please do your due diligence and research before purchasing any CBD products. If you decide to purchase ours, you can go on hempoka.com. And if you have any questions or any concerns or just write into us at media@hempoka.com. Or if you want to call us on site here at 888-994-4995. I think we're due for to end our show soon. Freddie's shaking his head.
Maybe you.
So
Thank
you very much,
Thank you, Nick and Angela. We appreciate
Angela,
you being
for
on our
being
show.
here. Appreciate your time here.
Thank you so much. It's
you're
amazing what you're
welcome.
doing. I'm a big
Terrific.
believer, and it's great that you're educating people because that's where it's at. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Thank
you're
you.
backing it up with your products.
Right.
Terrific.
Thank
We're
you.
trying to lock arms with
Well, like vice
everybody.
versa.
Right. Thank you. We're trying to lock arms with everybody, find everybody that has that same passion. They want to help people to join forces with us.
Yeah.
Because I think we received an email from Nicole from the Seed Lab.
Mm-hmm.
She is organizer for a medical marijuana exhibition it's a networking, and we're invited to an event in I believe down south.
yeah.
I have to look at the place.
Yeah, it's in April.
April
Well,
25th.
we have
we'll-
a few events coming up that we're being a part of. So because we want to
Right.
get the exposure and the word out there, and
Absolutely.
yeah,
We'll
it's great.
post that on our website, for more information. So, well, thank you, Chris.
All right.
Thank you, Freddie, for having us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Nick
The
and
Hemp Oka
Angela.
Show every
Yes.
Tuesdays from 2:30 to 3:30,
Come
live
back
out
and
of Del
join
Rey.
us. Yes, thank you. Have a great day.
Bye now.
The material presented in this commercial is provided for informational purposes only and is based upon information that is considered to be reliable. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Securities or other financial instruments mentioned in this material are not suitable for all investors. Any opinions expressed herein are given in good faith, are subject to change without notice, and are only intended at the moment of their issue as conditions quickly change. Phil, a regular guest on Bloomberg Canada's Money Talk, with a recent public platform average over 100% annual gain, said, "Don't gamble with your investments, be the house, not the gambler." At philstockworld.com, a top stock market investment site in the U.S. and ranked most influential stock market professional with almost 500,000 Twitter followers. Visit www.philstockworld.com for more information.
The views and opinions expressed on the Hemp Boca Show are those of the guests and audience, and not those of the hosts, this station, media platforms, or its management. The Hemp Boca Show is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Any information related to CBD products provided during the show is not intended to treat, diagnose, and/or claim any cure of the disease or any medical condition. Before using CBD products, Chris and Jean recommend advice from a medical professional. Keep all CBD products away from children. Women who are breastfeeding, pregnant, or trying should not take CBD or hemp products unless recommended by your medical professional. Hemp-focused products are not medicine and not required to have a medical card or prescription. They do not diagnose, cure, or prevent illness or disease. You must be 18 years or older to purchase products from Hemp Boca.